Hey, everybody, just real quick thing. We had really bad technical issues this week, and we don't have time to record again, so I did put it up. Tara keeps dropping out, so there's going to be gaps where you'll just hear me talking and no Tara. It's very frustrating, but it's still a good time, and I at least want to put something up for the week. We might do a bonus one later in the week. We shall see. There's only a few of you listening anyway, so hopefully, hey, if this is the one you try to tell your friends to listen to, don't say, hey, this is a great podcast, listen to this episode. Don't tell them about this one. Have them skip this one. Tell them about last week's maybe. Last week's was good. Tell them about next week's. It's going to be great. But anyway, here we go. Here's the pod. Let's fight.
Jill, you're a sweet girl. You once were too sweet for me until I stumbled along the river and fell in. The snake's back on his feet, walking down the street. He's coming for you, but baby, I'm coming too. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love.
Hello, everybody. It is July 1st, 2024. I am Drew.
I'm Tara.
This is America's number one, I said, Chicago-based sibling sports and entertainment, Butthole Buffoonery 69, celebrating it's the wettest podcast east of, west of the Mississippi River. It is MELLONfights.
MELLONfights.
MELLONfights, guys. We're here, July 1, first day of July, ready to go. Summer's here. I'm just a mere weeks away from being 40 years old.
Crazy.
This is my birthday month, and I don't got nothing planned.
I know.
Not a
That's so
thing.
unlike you.
I know. I normally well, that's not really true. Usually I just throw a party, but I don't
Ouch.
really plan it this far ahead.
Yeah.
I just know I'll probably throw a party, but this year I don't know that that'll be the case. I don't know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to be. If I'm going to be in town, Chicago, if I'm going to go back. I think it's middle of the week, isn't it?
It's Tuesday.
Like a Wednesday? It's a Tuesday?
yeah.
So it's a Tuesday, so it's a little different. I don't know. We'll figure it out. 4th of July is a weird day this year, too. It's also
A Thursday.
usually, it's Thursday, so I don't really know how I'm going to handle that either. Usually I definitely usually got something going on for that. I got nothing going on for that.
I got nothing going on either.
I've had a party the last 3 years on the roof, I think.
I was
I
there
don't know if I
last
did
year.
last year. Huh?
I was there last year.
Last year I didn't have it wasn't a party though. It was just us.
No, it's just us hanging.
So we'll see what I do because there will be fireworks and madness. Maybe I'll just do it alone and just like enjoy it. Maybe I'll fly my drone up and do it. I am a drone pilot, officially
are.
certified. So
You're a regular old maverick.
regular old Maverick. Tara, I got my implant put in, but I didn't realize. I thought I'd get a tooth faster. It was gonna be like 3 months, 3 more months of this.
Oh,
guy.
really?
Yeah.
Well,
But it looks a little cleaner. You can't because they told the tooth out that was there.
okay.
It basically looked like the tooth was gone already because most
Right.
of it broke off. So I just have like this like
Peg.
little peg in there. I can't
Does it
stop licking it. I like
oh,
it. Eating's so much easier though because I got this other tooth. I did get the other tooth fixed the
Yeah.
day before. Put a cap on it. That's great. And then this one, I'm not getting food stuck in my teeth. It's wonderful.
Look
My
out.
life is great.
You're moving.
Look out,
Everything's,
Drew's
everything's coming up
unstoppable.
druzy.
Everything's coming up D's.
Yeah.
D's nuts. I've never said that
D's
before. I'm pretty proud of it. D's nuts.
How was Nashville?
It was cool enough. Couple places. We ate Mexican food 2 nights in a row, which I was not mad at. We went to this place, Tara, called Redheaded something or other.
Okay.
Let me look it up. Let me give it its just dues. What if hold on. Redheaded Stranger. It's like this little spot, and Trinity got some tacos, and I got a crunch wrap. They do like a crunch wrap,
Ooh.
and it was fucking awesome. I loved it. And they had a little margarita thing I drank. That was good. And the night before, we went to a Mexican restaurant. I had a chimichanga and had 4 margaritas. The margaritas were $6 there. That's like pretty good. There's a
Where?
little if you were there, we would have sat out in the back. It was called El Fuego. It was in East Nashville.
Was that across from the Lip?
the what?
The Lip?
I don't know.
The
what Lip
Lipstick
is.
Lounge?
I don't know. I don't know what the Lipstick Lounge is. I was at El Fuego though, and they have this really big patio area, and it was pretty. There's a decent amount of people there. If it wasn't so hot, I think we would have sat outside. Maybe I don't know if Trent likes.
Was the patio off to the side?
Kind inside and on the back. I don't know.
What was it
El
called?
Fuego. You can order You can order margaritas right at the. Have you been there or something?
I was
Is El
trying to
Fuego
see.
I think you'd know if you went to a place called El Fuego. I would. It's called El Fuego.
I'm just looking.
Anyway,
see.
Red-Handed Stranger was like kind of more of like you order at the counter and then they bring it to you, and it was good.
Oh yeah, I
And
haven't been there.
You have?
No.
The El Fuego is like more of a, I would say, a classic Mexican restaurant, pretty decently priced. But yeah, $6. I just went up to the bar, ordered $6 marg while we waited because we had to wait about 10 minutes, and then I had a few more. I had like 4 margs. I can't lie, but $6. That's
Can't beat it.
can't find that in Chicago. A $6 marg.
I decided that if I could live in Nashville, but I could really just hang out in East Nashville most of the time because I feel
Nah,
like
there's
that
stuff everywhere. We
area hasn't quite been infiltrated by the
East Nashville.
tourists.
Oh, it's better than. I don't go downtown, so I don't really know. So yeah, Nashville was good. I had a good
Good.
time. Went to a lot of vintage places. We did some thrifting. I mean, I didn't. I was there. I didn't help. I didn't participate. But we went to this cool one called the Garage
The garage sale?
Sale. Have you been there?
Was it downtown?
You no.
Because they have one downtown too.
Oh, I think you're right.
I've been to
But
that
anyway,
one, but I haven't been
It's
to
cool.
the
They
other
like
one.
you can get drinks there. And there's
Yep.
a bunch of clothes for sale, overpriced, but whatever. I'm not
Mhm.
buying them. Trent was selling them. So,
Exactly.
but it was kind of a cool vibe. It was funny. It was like the only dudes in there was like a dude working and me and Trent, and then it was just a bunch of ladies having drinks. It seemed like a little ladies' day out.
Oh, fun.
And they barely were even looking at the clothes.
They're just having beverages.
Yeah, I mean, they looked, but it was fun. Interesting spot,
Nice.
I would say. So, but yeah, Nashville was good.
Good.
How was O-Town this weekend?
O-Town was good.
Yeah.
I
Did you
worked.
do anything cool? Work.
We had music both nights.
Nice.
And the second night was a former teacher at our middle school. Neither of us had him, but he would perform during the assemblies. It was Mr. Johnson.
Oh, really?
Yep. And I
That's fun.
said to him, I go, hey, former Oregon grad, I know that you used to sing at the assemblies, and I'm pretty sure you sang the song Please Don't Eat That Yellow Snow. And he's like, yep, that was me. And I said, do you think you could play it? And he did. And it was awesome.
Was he not playing stuff like that?
No, he was playing just like covers. And
But
then
he did that for
he
you?
did it for me. And it's funny because he started kind of like testing it out before playing. And his wife goes, Yellow Snow. And then like his whole fan group was out there just
Digging it?
Yes, loving it. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
That's so good. I
Mhm.
love that he played it.
I know.
He's doing well. Is he doing well?
Yeah, he seems great. He's been retired
That's
for
what
10
his,
years.
I'd seen his daughter recently.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. Have I?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I don't know if you've seen. Oh no, not.
I had a brain fart there.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen her in years. I don't even know does she live in Oregon?
Stoughton.
Who'd she marry?
Dan Klein
That's
works
right.
with Joel. So
That's
I
right.
actually have seen her within the last year.
Does she look the same?
The exact same.
Some people have all the luck.
Yep.
They age nicely. Dan Klein look the same?
Yeah, he looks
I
good.
feel like he would too.
Yep.
I guess I'm glad I don't look the same, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm glad I look different.
I
I got a
look.
little different filter going on the camera today. Not on purpose, but I look a little more
Mm-hmm.
colorful. I don't mean, you know what I mean? Colorful.
Yeah.
Like
Colorful.
tint.
It's got a nice little tint. Maybe a
We're
little
kind of
red tint.
bullshitting around. I guess we're only 8 minutes in. We're kind of bullshitting around here, but there's a lot to get to because we end up coming up with a couple lists, but also a lot is going on in sports. A lot is going on in the NBA we got to talk about.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
So first things first, we'll let you guys know it is it's our 4th of July week here, but it's also Canada Day.
Yeah.
Today. So we're going to do some Canadian stuff a little bit later. So happy Canada Day, Canada Day. I can't talk. And, but let's talk some hoops first.
Yeah.
Big first things first, Bucks doing nothing.
Nothing
So far.
per usual.
So we got that going for us. Well, the thing is, Tara, think about last year. They were like, they are doing nothing. And then they traded for Dame Lillard like a week before the season started.
Yeah.
It was fucking insane. So who knows what they're up to, but just to see all these guys going everywhere, all over the place over the last 2 days.
And just get paid so much fucking money.
So much. Because guys getting, I know. The fact that Paul George is getting paid $200+ million again for basically doing nothing at any place he's ever been. I mean, he scores points, but they don't win. He doesn't make a winner. So okay, that's maybe so. Tara, what of all the stuff that's happened so far, which thing is sticking out to you the most of all the NBA moves, free agencies, or trades thus far?
I really do feel like it's Paul George.
That's crazy to me. But
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just not showing my levels
You're fine.
like it normally does. So
you're good. Paul George. I find that's crazy to me, but I think he doesn't move the needle at all. Go ahead.
Oh, moving the needle? I just thought you meant
like what's the most important one that happened? That's why Paul George is like.
I just thought that one was the most like annoying to me because he got paid so much money and that team is not going to do anything.
Well, I mean, they'll do something.
But
Maxey, the thing is, it's really about Maxey, though. Is how good is Maxey going to be, and if Embiid stays on the court. I mean, for Paul George to be your third guy, if he fucking takes that back seat and just plays third guy, could be interesting. But to pay that much money, to pay your third best player $200+ million, is fucking insane.
I know.
It's like insane.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, and then they also paid Maxey $200 million.
Right. It's just crazy to me how much money these people are making. Because even like Tobias Harris, who had not a great year, got a 2-year deal where he's making $52 million. I'm like, and it's just like he's going to a shitty team that's not going to do anything, and
sure,
it's just wild that like a shitty ass team is gonna.
Yeah.
You can still make so much money for just playing hoops, not contending.
No, it's weird. It's a
and
strange
then
deal.
I think the Chris
this
Paul
filter makes me look older. I feel like this filter is making my beard look more gray.
I
don't like it. It's not a filter, but it's just those settings on my camera right now.
I think it looks fine.
What did you just say before that?
I said Chris Paul playing with Wemby looks like fun. Having
it'll be interesting if he can stay healthy, but he's never playing with a real point guard's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it could be interesting. Again, I don't know how well he's going to hold up.
Yeah, because he is.
But I mean, Wemby's going to get a lot of balls in good spots for sure. I would guess.
Yeah.
Again, Chris Paul has to stay healthy. It's a weird move for Chris Paul because he's not going to, win a championship there, but they'll be good. I mean, when he's gone to places that were young, they're good like right away.
Right. Like just look at how OKC was with him.
Right. Problem is that was like almost 5 years ago, I think.
No, 2.
I mean, close.
It was like 2 years ago.
Tara, the Bucks, or he was on the Warriors. He was on the Suns.
He went there after the Suns. He went to the Warriors after the Suns.
Did he?
I think so.
He went to the Warriors after the Suns. I know that. But you talked about OKC. OKC was before that.
No,
he was on the Suns for a little while.
Yes. Was that? Okay. Yeah, I might be wrong.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Tara? Doesn't matter. I mean, that's interesting. I just think it'll be fun to play. But I think the craziest one is Clay going to the Mavericks.
Oh, to me, I didn't see that because just happened.
How do you not check ESPN right before you get on here? It's where we're talking sports. It's your job.
I know.
Klay Thompson, Mavericks, 3 years, $50 million. That's a spite. That's to spite him.
Yeah.
He got more somewhere else. He's like, I'm going to go play for the Mavericks. So now the Mavericks have people like, oh, he didn't play that good last year. Clay. I'm like, he played better than whoever the third Mavericks guy was, you know? Come
Because
on.
I knew that he was thinking about the Lakers and the Mavs, and I don't know. You're gonna hate me for saying this, but I don't know if Clay's got it anymore. So I
You didn't
think
watch him. How often did you watch the Warriors play this year? How many times do you think you watched him play?
not that many.
Yeah, he's got plenty. Especially if he doesn't have to be the second scoring guy. Doesn't have to be the second. He has to be like the fourth, really. If you really, the amount of open shots, Terry, he's gonna get, like as good as Steph is, they don't really double team him, but teams double team the shit out of Luka. They have to because he's so powerful. And then he's got Clay running around free because he also got Kyrie you can't leave open, and then he got all these young other big guys that started to develop last year. That team's, I think it's been by far the best move by any of these teams so far. I think it makes them instantly better. The only one that's close is Caruso getting traded to the OKC. I really think that is a great move. They didn't lose anybody. Also,
Yeah.
they signed Hardenstein from the fucking Knicks, who had a
Mhm.
really nice year as a Knick. And speaking of the Knicks, trading for Bridges,
Yeah,
also
crazy.
an amazing
Yeah,
move.
really good move.
And it feels like somehow everyone's getting better,
Yeah.
but also and then the really bad teams are getting bad, and
Well,
then the
that's
Bucks
what I
are
was-
just doing nothing.
That's what I was gonna say. Like the bad teams are staying terrible, and all the good teams seem to be getting better or staying good.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
that
Derek White signed, so that was good that they
yeah,
hammered
he
that
signed
deal
for
out.
126 million.
Yep.
They're basically all signed up. They're not going to be able to do much. They're going to have to hope Porzingis gets healthy, but they're just going to be obviously they're
They're
going to be
good.
good again.
Yeah. I mean, they've just got depth.
But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff we're missing, but I think those are kind of the bigger moves that make a lot of sense. To me, we've never been Paul George people.
No.
Though he's going to be playing with pretty good ball players.
Yeah.
I just hope it he doesn't stifle Maxi's what he's got going, because I really like Maxi as a player.
Well, the thing about Paul George is he's a bit injury prone as well. So him and Embiid both injury prone. It's like that's just
no doubt.
And then you can see. I mean, the injury bug is really what matters on that east side because
it's what matters everywhere.
I know, but like last year, the Bucks really were the only team that were gonna give the Celtics any run for their money, and they couldn't get healthy towards the. I think so.
I don't know if that's true. I think the Knicks could have if they were healthy.
Oh yeah, and they were so injured.
And the Knicks
are
gonna be
injured. So
it's not very big. They lost their one big, other than obviously Randall. Randall's healthy, but Hardenstein was like really kind of a good deal for those guys. Really brought a different hustle, and like the amount of offensive rebounds that guy would get, and rebounds in general. That's a lot. Randall doesn't have that hustle in him.
No.
So you're losing a lot there. On the boards, and that's important. That was one thing that really, because they're a pretty small team. All those guards are pretty small guys. Hardenstein kind of canceled that out a little.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a big difference. I think that's a big loss that no one's really talking about, in my opinion. Though Bridges is a nice ad.
It is a nice ad, and it's so crazy that those are all Nova guys.
Yeah, that's so weird.
It's just a.
That played
you
on
don't
the same
really,
team.
yeah, you don't
played
really
at the same time.
Yeah, you don't see that ever, so it's just kind of crazy.
The fact there was 3 guys from the same team.
Yeah,
and not even that long ago.
No, they're all young.
You know, it was like, what was that, like 6-7 years ago, maybe something in that range. It's kind of wild. So yeah, the NBA is again a lot of fun movement this year for next year. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if the Bucks do something. Celtics, I don't think are going to do anything.
No.
If I had to guess, I just don't think there's anything they can do. Oh, I also saw that they traded DeJounte Murray to the Pelicans. I saw that just right before we got on as well, which is an interesting trade as well. And they didn't have to trade any of their guys. Like they didn't have to trade like Zion or Ingram. Or a couple other people.
CJ.
I don't remember exactly. I didn't see the whole trade. So, But you see that the Celtics are up for sale.
Yeah, I
They
saw
win the
that.
championship. Like we got the championship, now we're gonna sell. I mean, it's kind of what happened with the Bucks.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
sold it after the Bucks like the very next year or the year even after that. I think they started talking about it the next year. But yeah, one of the owners sold. And I just think that these guys are like, cool, I got my championship. That's fun. This is kind of expensive. I'm going to sell it.
Yep.
And make a ton of dough. They make a lot. I mean,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
going to get I mean, the Celtics being sold, they're probably the second most,
Outside
maybe the third
Lakers,
most behind LA and the
Knicks.
Warriors
Well,
for most valuable. They might even be the most behind the Lakers, maybe only. The Celtics have a really big, I mean, they're old.
yeah.
They might be the second most valuable NBA team behind the Lakers to be sold. Like if someone, they could get bought for a lot of money.
You don't think New York could?
They could, but the Celtics are successful.
Yeah.
So that does matter.
Yeah.
New York could too. But I bet you Boston's worth more. I'd have no idea what they're going to sell for. It's going to be interesting. Because like a team like, I think the Suns got sold for like $4 billion or something crazy like that.
Jesus.
It's nuts.
I just, it's so,
A lot of dough.
it's just monopoly money by this point.
Oh, it's all, yeah. Yeah. For them, that amount of money doesn't even matter. It's all
Yeah.
about power. Power.
Can you hear
So
that?
we got to get power as the power of the podcast.
Power of the podcast.
People got to hear our voices and we can be the next Joe Rogans or Alex Joneses or Tucker Carlson's. Our kind of guys.
Those are our kind of guys.
Well, I can't even think of a powerful person that does a podcast that isn't like a right wing or at least libertarian type. Like there's not like a left. There's not like I don't feel like there's like left lean. Not that I don't even know what I am, but like someone that's super left leaning. That is like really big on as far as like talking people like into stuff, like just going rants.
Right.
I mean, they're mostly on like TV and stuff, CNN, but they don't really have that podcast following. Like that rabid podcast following. Like liberals are mostly like, they have a different type of show. It's like NPR or something like that.
Yes.
It's not just someone like ranting.
Exactly. Just
Like a
screaming
madman.
at them.
It could be me, is my point. I mean, there's guys. I mean, there's probably ones we don't listen to. Tara's camera, it looks like she's back now.
I'm back.
So that'll be fun for me to edit.
Ugh.
I think it's already frozen again. No, it stopped. It's her internet and her computer. It's the combo. If one of them was good, it'd be an issue, wouldn't be as big an issue. But her computer's old and dog shit.
Yeah.
Old dog shit.
Dog shit.
It's unacceptable. It's time to fix it. Tara, do you got any other NBA stuff before we move on to any other sports stuff in general?
The only other NBA thing is Bronny got drafted to the Lakers.
Oh, yeah.
Who didn't see that one coming?
He did, and it's really not that interesting, honestly.
It's so weird.
The coverage of it is like so. I mean, it's weird. It's like, and people are like, "Oh, don't talk about nepotism." There's so much other nepotism going on, and being like, "Yeah, I get that, but it's also stupid."
Yeah. And this was like
Like-
the craziest nepotism because it's like, if it weren't LeBron James, no one else could have done it.
Here's the thing about LeBron. Here's what I'll say: he may not be the GOAT because it's MJ. I'm sorry to tell you, but what he is, he's more powerful than
Yeah.
MJ ever was, I think, and that sort of thing.
It's
Maybe
crazy.
not. MJ had so much power. It was different. It was different.
It was.
LeBron has like so much pull because he's because the way the world's different. I think Michael Jordan was a more famous star. Like he was Michael Jordan. It was like crazy. He was like the Beatles when he went out, and Michael Jackson, and it was Michael Jordan. It was like nuts.
Mhm.
LeBron's not quite that, but he's something. He has some sort of power. I think it's the way people bend to the celebrity more nowadays. I think that might have a big play in it. They bend to it a little more because that's like the only way to like even get someone to pay attention to you is if you have someone attached that's famous.
Right.
I think that's a big part of it. So he has a ton of power and pull. But I don't think he's more famous than Michael Jordan was. It was weird. It was like a phenomenon. LeBron. Yeah, so Bronny's playing in the NBA. Who cares? Maybe here's the thing I said to Trin though. I was like, he's gonna get chances.
Right.
And that's sometimes all you need,
Yeah.
you know, because he knows how to play basketball. If he gets comfortable and gets enough reps, who knows? That's the thing. He's athletic enough.
He's got LeBron James in him.
That sounded weird.
Well, they're the ones that did 69.
Is that real? Is he really
I
number
don't
9?
know. I don't know.
I don't know if I don't think he's probably even picked a number yet.
It's still funny.
Maybe. But if they're 69.
If they're 69.
I mean, I could see me and Dad doing that.
Right, but that's because you guys would think it's funny. To them, it's like the 6 is the
This is what we
9
do.
upside down, and this is.
Oh, that is. You're right. They're
Yeah.
just they're just so unaware.
Yeah.
I'm 6.
Because
Let's
when you take the
fuck.
6 and you flip it, it's the 9.
The yin,
And
you're the yin to my
you're
yang.
the yin
I'm
to
really
my
good and you're really
yang.
dog shit. Yeah, that is weird. Other than that, the draft, who cares? I didn't know anyone in it. So
No.
I guess that's why that is one of the reasons they talked about it so much. People are like, oh, they talked about it so much. I'm like, yeah, because no one else in it was interesting.
No, not even a little bit.
Basically, anyone who analyzed was like a draft analyst was like, I don't know.
We'll see
I don't
what
know if
happens
they're
with
that
these
good.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The only other thing is,
sports wise,
sports wise, is the Olympic gymnastics team was picked, and I'm excited. I'm excited to watch gymnastics. It's pretty much the only thing I'm really excited about, but it's so fun. I watched some of it on Friday, and Simone Biles is just,
I saw some highlights. It's pretty cool.
she's insane. The amount of air she gets in her Flora routine and the crazy tricks she does. I love it.
Yeah, I don't like it as much as I used to. I used to enjoy the gymnastics. Now I'm kind of like, man, kind of the same every year. It feels like. It's I'm like, aren't they just doing the same tricks? Not really.
No.
I don't know. I don't love it as much as I don't watch. I just don't watch the Olympics like I used to. I saw
know.
Sha'Carri Richardson won the 100. We might talk about that last week, but then she did
Yeah.
not qualify for the 200.
Nope, she got fourth.
She's out like a piece. She's a loser.
She did not speak to anyone after it.
I don't know how she fucked that up.
She got tired.
I guess. Did she get passed?
I don't know.
I didn't
I
see
didn't
it.
see it.
Because she usually is just a front runner.
Yep.
So she would have. I feel like they passed. Because she definitely had the fastest 100 part of it. She almost fell. She stumbled out of the gates on the 100. That's how fast she is. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else sports-wise I really was paying attention to. We said we were going to watch Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. We did not.
No, we didn't.
We forgot.
We definitely forgot.
So yeah.
I watched a chunk of it, but that's about it.
Yeah, and
Peas
sadly,
won.
Canada did not win again.
No. Go America?
We could be really Can you imagine today? We'd really be celebrating Canada Day. Speaking of Canada, we are celebrating Canada Day because July 1st is, what is it, Tara? Is it Canada Day?
Canada Day.
What is Canada Day?
It's a
Do you
day
know?
where you celebrate people from Canada.
So you don't know.
Yeah,
What?
I just told you.
That's not what it is.
Yes, it
That's
is.
Canada Day. It's the National Day of Canada. So
What else
that's
does
not
it say?
really
Where you
Canada
celebrate
Day,
the
National
people
Day
of
of Canada.
Canada.
Federal statutory holiday. It celebrates the anniversary of Canadian Confederation.
Okay, well, I was wrong.
That's what I want to know. It's not a day you celebrate people that
I
are Canadian.
I swear
was
that's
like, what
what
are you
it
talking about?
said.
You're
I
making
swear.
shit up.
No, I swear that's what it said. Let me look. Canada.
With the passing of the British North American Act 1867. The 3 separate colonies of the United Canadas, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, were united into a single dominion with the British Empire called Canada. Yeah, they're like still part of the British Empire, right? Something crazy like that. Like they kind of like the Queen's on their money and shit. Get off your phone.
I was trying to. All those who celebrate Canada Day. All those who celebrate Canada as their home and native land celebrate Canada Day. Okay, I was wrong.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
come on.
But it's what we do in America is celebrate people from Canada.
Yeah, so we're gonna do our list for the week is gonna be our top 3+ Canadians.
This
Top
was
3+
such
Canadians.
a hard one.
So it was a hard one, but guys, here's what happened. We're doing 8. Top
doing
8 Canadians. Top 8 Canadians, Tara.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, Tara. There's so many good Canadians
I know.
that I have a hot take. Americans stink. Canadians are better. There was all the Canadians I saw, all the famous Canadians. I was like, damn, that's a good Canadian.
There wasn't a one where I went, ew, I hate that person.
I mean, there was one. I had one that I put on the list.
That
I
you
had one
hated?
no-go. I had one no-go.
Oh, I'm curious to see who it is.
It's Drake. Come on.
Oh, yeah, Drake.
It's Drake.
It's Drake.
Drake did not make my list. I was going to say that for later, but the fact that you didn't know it was Drake is wild to me.
Yeah.
We don't like Drake.
We don't
He's
like Drake. He's not even on my list of like people
But
from Canada.
Tara, I wrote down like 40 Canadians. Canadians are better than Americans. I learned that today as an American. I learned that I'm less than a Canadian because famous Canadians are top notch. There's so many less Canadians.
I know.
They're so good. They're funny.
Yep. They're talented.
There's some things they're not better at, but
like
damn,
hockey.
They're good.
That's
They're
not
good
even
at
true.
hockey.
That's not even true. Because the best hockey player ever, Canadian. The great
That was
one.
a long time ago. Long time ago.
Well,
All right.
all right.
So we're going to do our top 8 Canadians. I don't even know if I have my top 8 set in stone.
I know. I said I might call some audibles. I don't know. We'll see.
I think we're going to be pulling audibles the whole time.
I
So
know.
Tara, I'm going to let you go first for your number
Yes.
8 Canadian of all time.
My number one Canadian of all time is
Number 8 Canadian of all time.
is Ryan
You said
Gosling.
number 1. I don't
Number-
want you.
I
Number
said
one.
number
I want your
8.
number- You said number 1. I promise you very
I promise
much.
you.
Tara, I promise you said number 1.
I said 8.
You said number 1, and that's why I said get it right.
No, I said number 8.
I didn't mishear it. You said number 1. Go. Or you
Number
said
8
number 1. Go.
is Ryan Gosling.
That's far too fucking low for Ryan Gosling. That's a joke, Tara.
No.
Ryan Gosling at number 8. That's a
Yeah.
joke.
I
That's a
don't
joke.
think so.
That's a
Well,
joke.
when you see my list, it won't be a joke.
You're not going to find 7 Canadians better than Ryan Gosling.
I did find 7 Canadians
You didn't.
better. Yes,
I promise
did.
you didn't.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I promise you didn't.
We'll
We're not
see.
talking about Ryan Gosling right now because
Okay.
he's far too low.
Fine.
That's
What's
a
your
joke.
number 8?
It's a great question, Tara. My number 8 Canadian of all time is Michael J. Fox.
It's a good one.
Really love Michael J. Fox.
It's a good one.
Listen, I don't even care what Michael J. Fox has done for the last 30 years. What he did as
Marty
McFly is good enough for me.
Yes.
That version of Michael J. Fox is good enough for me.
Me too.
So he's my number 8 Canadian of all time. He might have been higher if he had a couple other really good things. I mean, he's in some. I mean, Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf. Is Teen Wolf a Canadian movie? Now that I'm thinking about it, it had a real Canadian vibe to it. Hold on, let me look.
It didn't seem Canadian to me. It seemed very
Tara
American.
felt very Canadian.
It felt very
'Cause guess
American.
who's in this? No, it didn't. It felt
Yes, it
Canadian
did.
as fuck.
They were like surfing on a car. That is very
Canadian.
no. American.
No.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf movie. Canadian.
It is not Canadian.
It's Canadian.
No, it's not.
How is it not Canadian?
How is it Canadian?
How's it not?
It has no Canadianness to it. It's
It's
so
got Michael J.
Americanized.
Fox in it, first of all.
So,
What's more Canadian than Michael J. Fox?
well, I've got
And it just is weird. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to find out how would I find out if it's Canadian or not? Directed by Rob Daniel. Born in Nashville. Okay. Died in Chicago. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. It felt Canadian to me. Tara, what's your number 7?
it's not Canadian.
What's your number 7?
My number 7 is Keanu Reeves.
Tara, your list is terrible. You got people far too low. This is insanity. It's insanity. It's insanity.
Drew! No, it's not.
Keanu at 7?
Yeah.
Tell me about Keanu. Let's hear him about. Let's hear you justify 7 for Keanu.
Keanu Reeves. John Wick. I can't think of his name in Point Break. Why am I drawing a blank?
Johnny Utah.
Johnny Utah. Speed.
His name is Speed in that, you know, right?
The Lake House. He's
Plenty of other
freaking
things.
awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah,
he
he's
seems
higher
like
than
the
7.
coolest dude out there too.
Yeah.
He's
Man,
awesome.
you're just
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah,
He's
for
so
sure.
good. He's so
Yeah.
good in Canadian.
You're not gonna find 6 better. You're not gonna find 6 better.
In my book,
Your
there
first 2 so
are.
far, you're not. I'm looking at my list, and none of these people are better.
Okay.
Holy shit.
What's your number
My number
7?
7 Canadian of all time is Norm Macdonald.
Very good.
Love Norm Macdonald. One of the funniest people ever. One of the more underrated funny people of all time. Just because he was a little edgy. People couldn't handle him. He would really say whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
And he was really good at it. And he was a really funny guy.
I love that he got kicked off of SNL because he wouldn't stop doing OJ jokes.
I love it.
It's my kind of guy.
He wasn't afraid to make fun of the people that needed to get made fun of. Like,
yeah,
he wouldn't like punch. He wouldn't like punch down. He would make fun of people that were like shitty people.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna go in as hard as I can on this person that's not pull any punches.
Yeah.
So, love Norm Macdonald. I'm not sure.
him.
He's always a great talk show guest.
Great
Norm
talk show
Macdonald.
guest. Always had some fun like bit parts in movies too.
Always.
There's one that I love, especially from Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, when he said that he was gonna stick. He's just a bartender, and Rob Schneider wasn't gonna pay him, and he said that he was gonna stick the swizzle stick up his pee hole. That's one of the best lines.
Here's what I'm gonna say about famous Canadians, by the way.
What?
Not a lot of people of color.
No.
Not a lot of famous people of color. And I diss him. Probably the most famous one, I said, fucking get out. There's one other really famous one that's not a white person that I will mention, but they didn't make my top 8. But yeah, the one is like, fuck Drake.
Yeah.
You're up.
Number 6, Martin Short.
This is so bad.
Why?
These people, those guys need to be, all 3 need to be higher. Your list is brutal. I don't even know who you're gonna have at the top. I'm looking at this list. I don't even know who you're gonna have at the top. Terrible.
Okay.
Terrible. Tell me about Martin Short. I can call out your list. You're basically just saying all of my top 5 before I can get to them, and it's driving me fucking insane.
Well,
that bad. Tara, what's your?
My list
don't even put them on your list and waste them. You might as well keep them off your list.
What are you talking about? My list is
They're
good.
too low. Tell me about Martin Short. Tell me about Jiminy Glick.
Oh my gosh, Jiminy Glick is amazing. He is one of the funniest, weirdest dudes out there. Just total like absurdity. Martin Short.
Okay.
Total absurd stuff. Great character work. Just has so much freaking energy. It's just a joy to watch. The Glick clip that you sent me recently just had me smiling from ear to ear. He's still killing it. Only Murderers in the Building, amazing in that. Just somebody you want to hang out with.
He's like this. So Martin Short is the type of guy where it's kind of bums me out that he didn't have a bigger career, because everything he's on, he gives all of his energy and he's awesome.
Yes.
I actually think he's not in enough stuff because he's amazing.
Well, I loved him in the Santa Claus where he plays Jack Frost. He played an awesome villain.
I've never seen that one.
It's good. It's the third.
I think it's the third because I think I saw the second one.
Yeah. He's amazing. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
He's my number.
Cool. Well, I guess, I just think your list is shit. My number, what am I on? 6? My number 6 Canadian of all time. I fucked my list up. Nope, none of those people. We're good. I will say mine's a little man heavy. I'm a little sad about that. I have some ladies honorable mentions, but my number 6 Canadian of all time is what? All right, well, go out and come in. I'll do my person. I'll wait. Hurry up. I think I want to kill Tara. I know it's not her fault technically, but she could be doing something to figure it out, how to fix it in the off time. That's my take. I do not like the way I look in this lighting. It's making me look old as fuck. I don't look young and spry. It's showing my age. I look like a man who maybe like um vacations or lives in Miami now, and I'm getting a little leathery skin from being out in the sun a little too much. That's the vibe I'm getting from the fit or this lighting. Next week I will not be using this lighting. I don't want to change it mid thing. So this can be fun to edit because Tara's been gone twice now. I don't know if you got never mind. I'm done. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I don't really want to do the list without her because then she won't be able to respond to what I have to say and talk shit about my shit. But my shit's already losing some of its luster because Tara's using up all the good ones as 8th placers. I wish I would have left it at top 5 because then she wouldn't have used them. You know, I should have left it at 5 because we were going to do just 5. She's been gone for a while now. So, and I just don't know what is going to happen here. I'm probably going to have to edit this because I'm sick of vamping at this point. Follow us on MELLONfights on both TikTok and Instagram for sure. And and YouTube. Don't forget about YouTube, Drew. Drew, don't forget about YouTube. Oh, here she's coming back. Hopefully it'll last the rest of this thing. Probably not though. I'm sure it's going to have to be. That's probably going to happen again. Is it the camera or is it the computer, Tara?
It's the camera.
Whatever it is, we need to fix it for next time.
It's the camera.
So we need to get a new camera. Camera's got to be new.
Saying
that camera sucks and we knew it. We've known it for a while. It's time to get a new camera this week. This week. Tara, my number 6 Canadian of all time. I was saying, Tara, I wish I would have left it as a top 5 because then you wouldn't have wasted all my top 5 before we got to it. My number 6 Canadian of all time is the band Rush. Rush is fucking rad as hell. I love the band Rush. About as Canadian as you can get. And they rock and they roll.
Yeah.
They're Rush, baby.
Yeah.
Love me some Rush.
The guy sounds Canadian when he sings too, so.
He does sound Canadian when he sings, which is rare. I feel like.
I like it.
Let's see where are they from? Doesn't say. I probably figure out, but anyway, Rush is my number 7 Canadian. This is the band. This is my number 6. Number 6, Rush. I bet it.
Yeah.
You guys know it.
That was Tom Sawyer. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
So Tom Sawyer is my favorite Canadian. Tom Sawyer.
Tom
Sawyer is not Canadian. Is Tom Sawyer about Tom Sawyer from like Mark Twain?
I don't know because I don't know the words to Tom Sawyer.
Let's find out. Sawyer lyrics. Tom Sawyer lyrics. A modern day warrior, mean stride, stays Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Though his mind is not for rent, don't push him down as arrogant. His reserve, a quiet defense, riding out the day's events. The river.
Yep, it is then.
Let's see.
The river.
You think so? Because he's riding the river? What you say about his company is what you say about society. Catch the mist, catch the myth, catch the mystery, catch the drift. The world is love and life are deep. Maybe his skies are wild. Today's Tom Sawyer, he gets high on you, and the space he invades gets by on you. I'm nailing it. I don't know that it's about Tom Sawyer.
Well, he did say river, so I'm saying yes.
I know, but
everything else doesn't feel right.
The world is love indeed. Exit the warrior. It's today's Tom. I think when he says
it's today's Tom Sawyer, so it's
today's Tom Sawyer. So it is in reference probably to that time.
Yeah,
Sawyer,
but
I don't
know
who
today's Tom Sawyer, not that Tom Sawyer.
I don't know who it's about though.
His mind was sanctity.
I'm not sure what it's about. Interesting. Maybe I'll look it up for next week. Doubt it. Tara, what's your number 5 Canadian of all time? Who is better than the 3 people you've named so far?
I have number 5 is Dan and Eugene Levy, the Levy family.
Okay.
They're freaking awesome.
They're good.
They're superstars.
They're good. I do love.
I mean, Eugene's been good in absolutely everything he's ever been in.
So you got Dan Levy on. Was Dan Levy on your LGBTQ list last week?
Yeah, he was my number 1.
He was on my list too. Was he my number 1 or my number 2?
I don't know.
But anyway, maybe he was on my list. Yeah. That's fine. That's good. Those are good. That's good Canadians. I'm not mad at that. The Levies. The Levy family.
They're so good. They're national treasures.
If you just would have said the cast of fucking
I know.
Schitt's Creek, I would have given it to you.
Catherine O'Hara's.
Because it leaves out Scarlett. It leaves out fucking
Catherine.
Is what's her name Canadian?
No.
She's not.
I don't know.
Where's she from?
U.S.
You positive about that? Should I look it up quick? I mean, it was a Canadian show.
It's just like begging for my camera to go out again.
Oh, well. It's going to happen probably.
At least 2 more times.
Let's see here. Annie Murphy is from... She's Canadian.
Canadian. Schitt's Creek cast. They're the best.
There you go. Cool. I like it. I like Schitt's Creek. I like them. I've been enjoying our guy, Eugene Levy for years. Back in all this... hold on. Here's the thing is I fucked up. I'm gonna be honest.
Because
on some stuff, but I've been
because mine is actually good.
No. But there's a couple people I left off the list that probably should be on my list. I'd say because I think they're Canadian, but they didn't pop up when I was looking. But now I think about it, I'm pretty sure they're Canadian. But my number 5 was Martin Short. I had him at 5.
He's good.
Martin Short.
He's a good guy.
I love me some Martin Short.
Martin Short.
Have him as my number 5.
Martin Short.
Love me some Martin Short.
He's so good.
Have him at number 5.
What do you?
And we already talked about him, but I just love him because his energy and he always goes full out. He never. We were talking about that when we were watching Jiminy Glick the other night. I like because he comes and he doesn't fuck around. It's not like he's not too cool to go full out. He's like guys like him. Conan's that way too. They know when they're on. Will Ferrell used to be that way when they're on. It's like when they're on something, they go. They're not just like boring.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So big Martin Short guy for that reason. Tara, what's your number 4?
My number 4 Canadian of all time is Alanis Morissette. I
honorable mention.
Freaking love her. She was like that rock star when I was a kid, and she's just. And then when you think of Canadians, you think of her, Alanis. She's fucking awesome. Yeah. Like her first album, Jagged Pill. That's tough to beat.
It's good.
It's like rain. Like good song.
Yeah, I suppose.
You're gonna hate my number 1.
I like her.
You're gonna hate my number.
Oh,
1.
I know. You're number. You're
gonna hate my.
You've never been good
you're
at a
gonna
list.
hate my.
You've never been good at a list.
I'm sorry. Alanis Morissette is good.
I have no problem with Alanis Morissette, but you think she's better than Keanu?
Yeah.
You would put her above Keanu?
This is why, Drew. Because when I think of
Point Break,
when I think of Keanu, I'm
Speed.
Listen to me. I didn't even know he was Canadian. He doesn't.
That's even better.
He doesn't.
He's so awesome. He's so because that's the thing, Terrence. If you know someone's Canadian, that means they're too Canadian, or it means they're not good enough. Because one of the first things comes, they're Canadian. Keanu, he goes past being Canadian. He's just that large. He's that big. You don't even think about it. Oh yeah, he's Canadian. Dang, I forget that. Alanis is Canadian. That's born. Like we all know she's
like
Canadian.
This chick is Canadian and awesome. It's like
okay.
She came to America to live the American dream.
Okay. Canadian.
I'm kidding.
Get out of here.
I was kidding.
Yeah, I like Alanis. Don't get me wrong. Jagged. I like Alanis, but honestly, from Tara, How much Atlantis do you listen to post that first record?
It
Tell
doesn't
me.
matter because that
It does.
doesn't.
It does. Keanu has been in your life crushing it for 40 years now. New shit still. New shit still. It's fine that you did it because I have someone that's not really in my life anymore on this list. But that's fine. My number 4. Oh, man. I did the wrong. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Did I skip one? Or I'm on 5. I must have skipped one, Tara. Then I skipped one. Because I did. Who did I do first? Oh, shit. Michael J. Fox wasn't supposed to be on there. Fuck. I don't know what to do. No, so technically, Norm should be my 8. Rush should be my 7. Martin Short should be my 6. And my number 5 is Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. Too low for him, Tara? Yeah. I agree. I thought maybe too low. I love Jim Carrey. Huh? Yeah, I know. Actually, I'm surprised I have him as low as I do, but these next 4, I dig in a different way. And Jim Carrey's fallen off quite a bit. But there was a run in the 90s where Jim Carrey was like my favorite. But then he kind of stopped doing things I liked. And I just don't care that as much. You can talk about it when it's your turn if you want. How far? Is it up much higher? Oh, okay. So a little bit higher. But yeah, so Jim Carrey, we can talk about him more when we get to you. We'll talk about him more when we get to you. I like Jim Carrey. He's on my list. 5. No, wait. Yeah, 5. 4? What did I say? 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. Something's still wrong here. Norm at 8. Rush at 7. Martin Short at 6. Jim Carrey was at 5. So that was my 5th. Oh, because I got to do one more. Because remember, I'd bump everybody. So my number 4 is Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling is my number 4 Canadian. I just love me some Ryan Gosling. He's charming and shit. I really like him and shit. I dig Ryan Gosling. He's a cool dude. I want to be friends with Ryan Gosling. I think that's why I got him at number 4. I think I'd be his pal. And he's handsome. Sometimes people tell me I am the Ryan Gosling of podcasts. I've heard it. We have similar cheek structure right now. He's a little chubby in the cheeks right now. Have you seen this? Where people think he had a weird, because he's like a little thick in the cheeks, like he had some sort of weird filler issue. Or he's looking a little. It could be from a movie though. I love him. Ryan, what's your favorite Ryan Gosling? I like Drive quite a bit. I really like him in Drive. And I like him in The Place Beyond the Pines. 2 movies of Ryan Gosling's I really like. Refresh your page, please. It says it's not recording. Couldn't tell you. Did you refresh it? It said to refresh it. Is it recording? I said, hey, refresh it. And then she says, is it recording now? She didn't refresh it because she was still there talking to me. These are my least favorite things, guys. I hate that you have to listen to because I don't like to edit it out because I don't like to edit that much. It's too much work. I'm a lazy bitch. And I also want Tara to hear it and then like, oh man, we gotta fix that. She's back.
This is gonna suck for you. I'm sorry.
So Ryan Gosling. Don't whistle, please. What's your Ryan Gosling number 4? Or what's your favorite Ryan Gosling performance? I said.
The Notebook.
It's your favorite.
Yes.
Doesn't even crack my top 10. I'm not a Notebook guy,
that's
though.
on you.
Not a Notebook guy. Tara, what's your number 3?
And I also like him as Ken.
He's good as Ken.
My number 3 is Seth Rogen.
Didn't make my list, but I do like Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen was either starring in or wrote some of my most favorite comedy movies of all time.
Yeah.
So it would be a disservice to not have him this high up on my list. He also just seems cool and wants to just have a good time, and I just like him a lot.
I got no problem with it being on your list. I got no problem with you, man. I don't know. Him above Keanu? I'm having the biggest issue with Keanu being that low. It's wild to me.
I like Keanu, but like
at 7?
Yes.
Was it 7?
He was number 7.
You were winging it and you shouldn't have.
And I stand by it.
No.
Yes.
No way, Jose.
Yes.
Seth Rogen is good.
Seth Rogen means more to me than Keanu Reeves means to me.
That's wild to me.
That's just who I am as a person.
Yeah. A fool.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fool. My number 3. Am I on 3 or 2? Yeah, 3. My number 3 Canadian of all time is John Candy.
Good.
Love me some John Candy. Some people tell me I'm the John Candy of podcasting. I hear either Ryan Gosling or John Candy of podcasting.
I've heard both. I've heard both.
John Candy didn't live long enough because he was he was awesome. People I'm a big Chris Farley fan, don't get me wrong. But when I go back and watch John Candy stuff, he was such a good actor. Like Farley was really funny. But man, John Candy was like in serious roles, and he just was like it was like there's always something touching to his performance.
Yeah.
Man, like Uncle Buck, the scenes in fucking Home Alone, Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. Man, John Candy was awesome. Love John Candy. I'm actually now mad he's not my number 1 Canadian. Love me some John Candy.
Was that your number 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna hate my number 1.
My number 2
Go ahead.
is Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, number 2.
We already knew. Jim Carrey is my childhood. I told you already.
Who your number 1 is? Oh, you said he was number 2. That's right.
Yeah. Jim Carrey is my childhood. I love him so much.
Yeah.
He's just the best. He was so different and just so like wacky and out of control, and I don't know. He just had some of my core memories as a kid is watching his movies.
What's your favorite one? Not prepared. You didn't think I was going to ask that?
No, because it's so hard for me to say. I would say Liar, Liar.
Liar, Liar is your favorite one. Is your favorite performance is?
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
It is hard. You're right. But I think my favorite performance from him is in Ace Ventura. I think it's actually really simple. It's just like he's a force in it. It's just so over the top and out of control, and something that over top and out of the control should not be liked at all. But he just like goes full. It's talking about Martin Short going all in. Maybe that's the thing about Canadians is they're like, they'll go for it. They don't care. They got that Canadian sense. They're just like, I don't know. Jim Carrey's great. I mean, how good is he in Cable Guy? I probably should have him higher. He's probably too low on my list. That's my one where I'm just like,
that way.
That's mine where I'm kind of like, man, where do I put him? In truthfulness, he probably had the best run of anyone on my list. When I started really going like Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, Liar Liar, Cable Guy. When I was a kid, I loved The Mask. When I watch it now, not as much.
No, not good anymore.
Anything he was, in Living Color, anytime he was live, he was doing something awesome.
Truman Show.
Truman Show's great.
The Grinch.
People love it.
He's so good in The Grinch.
My number 2
Canadian of all time for Canada Day is Keanu Reeves. It's Keanu.
I knew that he was going to be up there
Well, obviously,
because you're so mad at me.
Tara, he's Keanu. Tara, you
He's
know that
Keanu.
Point Break's like maybe my second favorite movie of all time, behind
Yeah.
Predator. I think it's that, and then Point Break. Big fan of Speed. Love Speed. Really enjoy the John Wick movies. I'm not gonna lie. I love the replacement. I love the replacements quite a bit. It's a very fun movie. I love Bill and Ted a ton. I love Keanu, and that scans like so many decades. It's a great span by him.
If I were to redo my list, I think I would put Keanu at 4 and Alanis at 7.
Can we?
If I were to redo my list,
can we agree with? Oh, you put her that low.
I would switch those two probably if I were to redo my list.
Can we at least admit, like, of the people we have on our list so far, he might be the most consistent Canadian we've had.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
Like Martin Short has had many lean years, but like when he shows up and does stuff, I love it. Jim Carrey had an amazing '90s into early 2000s, and then kind of fell off. Those are two of the guys, two of the options I think that maybe had a good, the most success, that had pretty good runs. But I think Keanu, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and into 2010s and 20s. It's kind of crazy that he's been kicking ass that long, literally.
I mean, just think of like the John Wick movies. Like he's done like 4 of those.
Yeah.
And they're all awesome.
They're great.
It's like he just like really signs on to cool projects. I mean, The Matrix, we haven't even talked about that.
We didn't even
shit.
mention The Matrix.
Like, what the hell?
He's awesome.
Yeah.
That's why he's my number 2.
4.
My number
He's
one.
my 4.
My number one's number 1 for a different reason. But my number 2 is Keanu. Tara, what's your number 1 Canadian of all time? I'm not going to like it. No, I think I will like it. I think I understand it. I think I know who you're going with. We'll see.
I don't know if you know who
I think I do. Go ahead.
Okay. My number 1 Canadian of all time is Celine Dion.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going with. Because the other options were like, I was like, because you think I was going to like it, I thought maybe we were going to say like Avril Lavigne. I was going to go nuts on you.
No.
But you had Morissette higher. You never would have had her higher than Morissette. No, Celine Dion's a great answer, Tara. She didn't make my list because I don't necessarily care
Oh my
that.
God, I
like
love
she's
her.
Like, she crushes whenever I see her on something. She's super interesting. Go ahead and talk, Celine.
Yes.
I'm not mad
She's
at that.
Again, it's like when I think of someone that's Canadian, I think of Celine Dion. She's like French Canadian.
I'll give you that.
So she's
she
a
is
Canadian.
Canadian.
She literally was on the NHL draft for, I think, the Leafs, and she like introduced who
did
they.
she?
Yes, because that's how Canadian she
I saw
is.
that they did it in the Sphere, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. That was smart.
Yeah. So, I mean, her hits, a Celine Dion song comes on, and the kids from the 90s lose their shit, and they're just going to sing at the top of their lungs, scream, sing. She's just fucking awesome. She's had a hard life, too.
Has she?
Now she has, like, this illness, this rare disease where she's, like, turning into stone or something.
Whoa.
But she still goes out and sings and is awesome. And
Like she's, like, calcifying or some shit?
something crazy like that.
Weird. Is it painful?
It's painful.
Ooh. Dang.
And I don't know. She's just. I feel like she's like. People would always make fun of her doing things too, and she was in it with them, where she was like could laugh at herself.
She's silly.
And
she's Canadian. Canadians can
she's
do that.
awesome.
Canadians got a really good sense of humor.
she's awesome. I love her.
Good number 1, Tara. I'm
my
not
number
mad
1.
at it. She doesn't make my top 8. She's on my honorable mentions list. I'm not mad at you for putting that on there. I don't know if you saw my Rush back there, by the way.
Yeah, I do see it.
So it's time for my number 1. My number 1, I think my number 1's real good. I just want to wish my number 1 a happy birthday today. My number 1 is Pamela Anderson. She definitely fell off. No lie. She fell off. But there was a point in my life where Pamela Anderson was the most important person in the world to me and many other boys of my age group and older age groups, of all age groups, quite honest. She was
I should have known.
she was like the hottest woman on the planet for a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And then she wasn't. But she was.
I mean, she's still beautiful.
She's still beautiful. She's great.
She
now,
doesn't wear
posted something
makeup
recently.
anymore,
She looks
and
great.
she looks awesome.
Yeah, Pamela Anderson was like Man,
When she was on Home Improvement.
she was everywhere. She was so hot.
Baywatch.
She was like, she basically,
Playboy.
I don't know how many first boners she gave out, but I bet it
I
was
think she
high.
gave.
I don't know
I
how many
think
first
so.
J dogs she gave out, but I bet it was high. If I had to
Yeah.
guess, I'm not saying she was mine, but it was happening. It was definitely. I don't know how many guys she was their like sexual enlightenment, but I bet it was very high when she was first on Baywatch as CJ. She was like too hot on that. Honestly,
Yeah.
she was too hot. She started getting work done here and started doing a bunch of that stuff, and it was just kind of like it just became almost like too Hollywood and weird. But like when she was just kind of like the girl next door, and even like after that when she was just a model. But
Yeah.
she was stung by the paparazzi. She was stung by the paparazzi bug way before Britney Spears was, like she was like the decade
Yeah.
before, not even a full decade, but same sort of thing happened to her where it's like, I mean, her whole sex tape was leaked. That was wild. Like
Yeah.
back when sex tapes didn't exist, it
Yeah.
was like taken from their house, like on
Yikes.
VHS.
And
And that's how people would buy it, like in porn shops,
and-
was on VHS.
yeah. And everyone would talk about how big Tommy Lee's wiener was.
They would indeed. It wasn't very high quality video. Just throwing that out there. So yeah, number one for me is my number one Canadian of all time. Is
Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Anderson. I think that's a good one.
I get it.
I think it's a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second here. No, go ahead. Terry, you want to shout out some of your honorable mentions that you wanted to maybe make this? Oh, I just want to say also because I did say it was Pamela Anderson's birthday. It was all speaking of paparazzi. It's also Princess Diana's birthday today as well.
Oh boy.
Who's kind of like famous about the exact same time.
Yeah.
As Pamela Anderson. They were probably like two of the more famous people on the planet at that time.
Yep.
Did you know Margot Robbie's only 33 years old tomorrow?
Yeah.
Crazy.
The Rock.
Yeah,
I
The
did not know
Rock.
He was Canadian.
He's Canadian. I didn't know that, to be honest.
Neither did I.
I thought he was straight up just
Kiefer?
like from Samoa or some shit like that.
Kiefer.
Kiefer's a good one.
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain. Gotta like her. Well,
Mike
I know
Myers?
just naming ones. Name ones that were like to me, ones that were close. Like Mike Myers
I
almost.
am.
Mike, you almost made The Rock on your list.
Yeah, I love The Rock.
All right. Kiefer almost made your list.
I love Kiefer.
And your list.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
That
Right now, give me the ones that like were close, real close.
that
Like to me, like Mike
Okay.
Myers was hard to leave off.
Mike Myers,
Seth Rogen for me
Tom
was hard to leave
Green.
off. Michael J. Fox was so hard for me to leave off. I accidentally put him on.
Yeah. That's all that was hard.
Oh, really? I thought Michael
Yeah.
Cera was tough. I really like Michael Cera. I find
do
him to be
too. He's
very
good.
funny. Shania's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Avril. I had Bieber on here. I like Bieber. He would never make my list.
I like Bieber. Yeah. Mine either.
The only one I didn't. The only other two names. You don't have any other names?
William Shatner.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't put. The only ones I didn't say Rachel McAdams.
Yep.
I
she's
like
good
her a
too.
lot. I think and Dan Aykroyd. I didn't. He doesn't make my list because sometimes I don't like him. Sometimes I think he's
Yeah.
really good and stuff, and then sometimes I don't like him at all.
What about Tommy Chong? Who knew?
Yeah, who knew? Freeze again? No, you were frozen for a second. This is gonna tear. It's gonna be so bad.
I know.
There's no way I'm gonna be able to do video.
Aw.
I mean, I'll be maybe find a clip. Maybe has it been that
Yeah.
interesting anyway? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll be fine because I don't know what you've said that I need to use. Where it's your video. There's some. Oh, also neither of us said. The other guy, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
Bunch of Canadians though. There you have it.
There you have it.
Famous Canadians, Tara. We're already an hour and 9 minutes in. Do you have
Mine
any?
mine says 2 minutes and 30
Oh,
seconds.
nice. That's only how long you've been back.
It's not doing it.
So I'm worried you're not even recording. Guess we'll find out. Let's finish this quick. Phil Hartman was one that
Yeah.
we missed. Phil Hartman's awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love him.
Caroline Ray.
I thought we were doing people.
Alicia Cuthbert. Evangeline Lilly. I'm just naming them all. Will Arnett.
Kim Cattrall, I don't care about her. Sandra Oh, don't care about. That's a person I don't.
That's a Canadian I don't like. I don't like Sandra Oh.
I think I don't understand.
James Cameron.
Yeah, that's a big one that we didn't say.
Mm-hmm.
So 4th of July is coming up. We're going to do one more short list. This is just our top 3 favorite fireworks. Top 3 favorite fireworks, Tara.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
So this is going to be quick. We're going to fire through this one quick.
Yep.
Tara, what's your number 3 favorite kind of firework?
It's the ones that whistle and then kind of have like the little snakes.
Oh.
So it's like shh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good. Those
Yeah.
are good. Yeah, I forgot about those. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3 are like the little tanks. Where it looks like a little
Oh.
tank and it moves a little bit on the ground and then and shoots out a little popper at the end. I like the little tanks. That's my number 3
Yeah.
favorite firework. Is a little tank. What's your number 2?
My number 2 are the glitter fireworks that go like, it kind of like shoots out and then like
And crackles.
and crackles and it glitters as
Yeah.
it like gets bigger.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would
Those are
call those
really
crackle fireworks, not glitter fireworks.
No, they're called glitter.
How do you know? Did you look it up?
Glitter fireworks.
Yeah, my number 2 firework my number 2 firework are the ones that go up real high, real big, and then they look like a weeping willow falling over top of you.
That's my number
Fucking
1.
Awesome.
That's my number
Fucking
1.
Brilliant.
Yes.
They're
They're like the
amazing.
coolest.
It feels like they're falling upon you.
Yes.
It's like it feels like it's gonna land on you. They
Yes.
never do, but it
no,
feels
but
like
it's like
going
it's gonna
to.
touch you. It's gonna touch the earth. My favorite. What are your number 1s?
Talk about yours. You talk about that one now.
I just did.
Yeah, I was talking. You kept talking over it. Tell me about it.
I love
You
it. It
said,
feels
yeah,
like
no one
it's,
heard what you said.
it feels like it's gonna touch the earth. It just comes down and it envelops you, and it's just emotional and beautiful. And it reminds me of trees from our first house.
Creatine in here.
Mmm.
I'm gonna have to talk to you about it after the pod.
Okay. Chug, 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 chug.
I'm gonna have
Ah!
such big muscles.
Yeah, you are.
Tara, my number 1 firework is sparklers. I love sparklers. Sparklers. My number 1 firework, Tara, is sparklers. I love sparklers. That was not weird. I love. They just, to me, they make me feel like those make me
The
feel
4th
4th
of
of July
July.
more than anything.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't go see full fireworks on the 4th
Sure.
of July, but you always got to have a damn, especially as a kid.
Yes.
It's just the smell of it. That very specific sparkler smell. It's
Yeah.
like sulfur.
Yeah.
And then
you,
just
like-
running around and writing it, and we all acted like it was super cool.
Write your
But there's some
name.
cheap sparklers are okay, but if you get like the nicer ones that really, man, I love sparklers, Tara. To me, a sparkler is more 4th of July than any firework, like because people just running around at a barbecue
Yeah.
with sparklers. There's always someone doing it. I feel like,
And you're always dancing with it and just.
yes,
But then
like
you
I
get
love.
to a point where you're like, okay, I'm done, but it's still going. So you have to do it a little
everyone's
longer.
watching you, and then you're like, all
yeah.
right,
You're like,
I'm
okay.
done.
But
let's
then
see
you
the
go
end
in
of
for another one.
Well, I'm gonna try to get through this, Tara.
Okay.
I hope we don't have anything else because we're not gonna do it because I
No.
don't want your camera to turn off again.
Yeah.
We have 2 emails this week. Email number 1 actually came in a week ago, so it came in after a week because we recorded early last week on Sunday.
Yeah.
This came in the next day, but this email is from Chris from Iowa.
Chris!
From Iowa's back
Woo,
and
woo,
better than
woo,
ever.
Woo!
Caught up after vacation, so Chris was on vacay.
Okay.
Drew and Tara, first off, apologies for this email and all the future ones being basically a stream of conscience and for missing punctuation. Dog, I basically mumble through them anyway. It's all
Yeah.
good. I kind of read them like it's a stream of consciousness I almost make it seem like it's coming out of my brain.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back home and get back to the grind. My wife and I just did a tour of Ireland and stopped in
Ooh.
Scotland for a quick bit. We were gone for 3 episodes worth, so I had to catch up. Nice. I wonder if his wife
Loved it.
listens. He didn't. I think he would say she did.
Yeah.
If she did. Okay. First of all, I dislike Butker very much. His comments were shitty. My wife and I are Vikings fans. Okay. I know. Wah wah. Insert fail horn. Nice. Nice. Yeah. The Vikings are. I don't know what you're gonna do this year. Give me. I don't even know. Who's their quarterback? I forgot. Who'd they bring in?
Why am I drawing a blank?
What's he look like? Or did they just go in with someone they had on their roster? I don't remember.
No, they brought someone in.
Ooh, Google it. Google it while I
Yeah.
read this. Choose your own adventure books. Remember those?
JJ
Yeah,
McCarthy, Sam Darnold.
Oh, Sam Darnold and JJ.
Yeah.
Oh, so they drafted a guy and they got Sam Darnold. That's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Rough, buddy. I'm all in for the Pride episode. Everyone should be able to choose their own adventure as long as they respect others. No doubt.
Yes.
No doubt. I like it. Choose your own adventure books. Remember those? Yes. They're
Yes.
awesome. Bring them back. I'm sure they
Yes.
exist. I just want to read one. We should do it. If there's a way to do a choose your own adventure pod, maybe we should attempt that, Tara. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that might be tough.
We would need more people to email us in because I would be like, cool. Basically, they would send topics. We'd have people email us topics, and then that episode we would get to choose from that topic. Like, so, like, who, what, where's it going
Sure.
from there, type of thing. We'll figure it out. I want to do that. I want to figure that out. I have a dry take. Seats on airplanes. My ass nearly fallen off. Yeah,
Yeah.
not good. Not good. Unless you
No.
got unless you're like a rich boy with the sweet seats in the first class.
Yeah.
Like you see, I've only seen it. I've never even been on a plane that has that sort of shit.
No, neither have I.
I've only seen it in movies. Okay, so this Karen Reed case, I don't really follow it that much. Social media brings me to it now and again, but what's Karen Reed? But what I was going to mention is, did you see that the cop referred to her butthole as a leaky balloon knot? What? Tara, look up Karen Reed.
Oh my God.
Are you doing that?
I am.
I don't know what that is. Lafayette had not heard
It's
that.
a murder case.
Oh, I did. I don't know much about it, but I did see that. Like today, I saw something about it, but I didn't really read up on it. I'd not heard that in my real life conversation before. The judge made the cop read the text he made and what that gem was there. Oh, the cop was the one one of the cops was murdered, right? I think it was a cop murder. I think Family Guy did it once, but I don't recall. Sorry. And Karen said that about her, but damn. Weird. I don't know totally what's going on there. Interesting. Quick shout out to USA Cricket for beating Pakistan and making the Super 8, not Elite 8 in cricket, I guess. I don't watch, but I might. Congratulate him, but he doesn't watch. I like that. I like that. Tara, listen. Hey,
I am.
cover it.
I listened.
We're
He doesn't
moved on from
watch,
that.
but he might.
We moved on from that. What happened here? Can't hear all of a sudden.
Why?
Can you hear me?
I can hear
I
you.
fucking dropped my mic.
This has been a clusterfuck of an episode, so if you're still tuned in, thank you.
I was trying to get you to pay attention.
I was paying attention. Cricket.
You were.
Yeah, I was. He doesn't watch, but he might.
I'd moved on from this Karen character.
I
already.
know.
Why is this not working now? I mean, I can hear, but it's only coming out of one mic. Ta-ta-T-T-T. I think I fucked my headphones up. Not happy about that. Whatever. Oh, there we go. It had pulled out of the actual headphone. Anyway, I like that. Tell us about Congratulations USA Cricket, and he doesn't even watch.
Exactly.
Wet take, pet sitters. Is that like the best job ever? I feel like someone could make a bunch of money being a pet sitter and or a pet walker. Oh, I don't know if they make.
I know
bunch of
someone who
money.
does. I know someone who makes
a lot of
cold
money
hard cash doing it.
Damn, maybe I should get
Like
that.
tens of thousands of dollars a year.
Tens of thousands of dollars a year.
Or
That's not that much money.
Huh?
That's not that much money.
For just doing that?
If that's their full time job, that's not enough money.
I don't know.
Tens of thousands? That's not that much money.
An
Give
additional
me a better number.
40,000.
Okay. I wouldn't say that's a bunch of money.
Well, it's a nice
But I
side
wouldn't-
hustle.
Sure. I just wouldn't call it a bunch of money. Do you guys have any pets? If not, what pets have you had? Up until recently, I had a cat named Carrot. No longer. She's fine. Don't worry. We grew up with a dog years ago
He was the best.
named Rusty. He was awesome, but he died when we were in high school.
Yeah.
We haven't had a dog since. I just had a cat for a couple years. Okay, so I have what I call a douchebag disease, misophonia. I cannot stand hearing people chew, smack, or pop gum, etc. ASMR mouth sounds are gross, and everything else ASMR is just stupid. I'm with you. When we do it on the pod, We used to do it a lot on the pod early on, Chris, but we did it because we hated it. We made fun of it. It was a joke for sure. So, we're right there with you. I don't understand it. Merch, we'll get the merch. We're trying. We're not good at that stuff, Chris. Wet take, we'll do it. Tara saying wet take. Tara saying wettest moment was Father's Day. I laughed at on the plane. That goes out to all the daddies. Other names for butts: poop factory, ass, and meat wallet. Wow, wow, meat wallet. What do you? I mean, I feel like what are you storing in there? Poop or wieners? Okay, you're folding in wieners. You're folding the wallet, folding in the wieners. Got it. Meat wallet. Guys, June 18th episode was great. Thank you. I don't remember what it was, but thank you. I can't keep track. Hear you next Tuesday. I like that. One more email from Jeannie. Good episode. Well, Chris was a little nicer to us. Drew, when did you become such a fashionista? I know that outfit Tara was wearing, and it's a look, a cute look. Cynthia Paris, really? Ouch. Yes, Cynthia Paris, really. Fuck out of here. I nailed that. Toothless Joe works best. Perfect, like slow-mo Joe. I do like slow-mo Joe. Pink things. Pink pussies. All right, Mom. The drink, the shot. I don't. You just said it to say it. Is she a big pink pussy drinker? Oh, she loves them. All right. Peepees. Oh yeah, that's right. Flamingos. Is there? And then she has cat noses. I didn't know Mom was a cat nose gal, but she's not wrong. Kitty noses are pretty dang cute. You talk about the lady getting crucified for her comments about being reimbursed for snacks, wear and tear on couches, etc., without understanding the whole context, reinforces my commitment to staying off social media. Yeah, good call, lady. I've told you. She years ago. I forbid her from it, and I was right to, and she's happy about it. I do believe some of Tara's friends or their parents owe us a beer or two for the snacks, juice boxes, and sandwiches her friends had regularly. Haven't seen it, but based on your review, gotta pop some corn and grab a Fago, put in Laserdisc, and watch some They Live. All right. Just order it, but you gotta watch it. It's good. I don't think Mom will like it. Do not go out in the streets as a crime is in process or just happened. You never know if there are guns. Yikes! I went after, and it was mayhem. There was a flipped car. Do not go out. Hope your young girl on the run did learn something. Glad you did not pull a goober or Gomer Pyle citizens arrest. Be careful out there. Love you. Stay dry, Mom. All right, guys. Tara, anything real quick you want to add? Do you have a wetness or a dryness for the week, or a grievance? Doubt it. The wetness would be a good wrestler. I am the wetness. If you don't have a wet, you don't have to force it. Sure, I'd go see him again. I haven't seen him in about 20 years. Nice. I think you might have froze. All right, it's Tara. Stay dry. Have a Tuesday. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon fights. Not really looking forward to this one.